Hi, I've got news for you. You are a creator. You may not think you're a creator, you may not think you're creative. In fact, that's what spawned this video. I was on a Zoom call with a coaching client. We'll call him Josh, not his name. And Josh said to me, Ray, you want me to do all this creative stuff, and I'm just not creative. I'm a mechanic, we'll say. Not his occupation, but close. I'm a mechanic. I'm not creative. And I stopped him as he continued talking, and I said, whoa, hang on, Josh. You are creative, and I can prove it. And the same is true of you, my friend. And the sooner you realize this, the more success and less stress you'll enjoy in your business. And I'll explain why with 5 steps to unleash your inner creative next. Okay, so I've made the assertion that you are creative, that you are, whether you think you are or not, a creator. How can I say this? Well, there's an ancient wisdom text that you may have heard quoted before, where it says that the creator of all things created human beings in the creator's image. It says actually male and female, the creator created them. So guys, gals, nobody's off the hook. You are creative. You are a creator. Like your creator. So say it with me, own it. Just say this, I'm a creator. Because haven't you created things already? Haven't you created the personality that you have? Haven't you created the life that you currently enjoy? Didn't you create the relationship that you're in? Good or bad, didn't you create it? Didn't you create your children if you have them? You know you created them. You remember how you did that, right? Ah, yes. Oh. Sorry, distracted by thinking about creating. You're a creator. You're creative. Own that. And once you do, the next logical question is, so how do I unleash this creativity in the job or the business that I'm in? Because it doesn't feel creative to me, Ray. I own a tire store, or I'm a dentist, or I work in a grocery store, or whatever it is you do. I'm not an artist or a sculptor or a photographer or a videographer. I'm not in a creative job. That is up to you. You create the nature of your work and the quality of your work, and that in itself is creative, but there's a lot more to it. And right now I'm going to go over the 5 steps to unleashing your inner creativity like you've never seen it before. And if you are already a creative, you already identify yourself as being creative, a creator. You're an artist, a painter, a photographer, a knitter, or whatever, a screenwriter, a videographer, whatever it is. If you're already a creative, you're going to love this even more. This is going to be even more useful to you because it's going to take you to new levels of creativity. But first, how do we get lost in this idea that we're not creative? If we're all creators, we're all made in the image of the creator, and we're all creative, how do we get lost in that idea that I'm just not creative? That's just not me. We have forgotten the face of our Father. And that language may carry baggage for you. If it does, think of it in some other way. Think of it as you've forgotten the true nature of your inner self. You've forgotten the true nature of your value as a human being. Don't get caught up in my language that I use. Don't let that stop you from receiving what you have to receive from this video, because I believe you have something to receive that's going to help you, take you to the next level. We often have forgotten the face of our Father. And once we look at our Father's face and we realize I was created in the Creator's image, I am a creator, we become a little bit inspired. Aren't you feeling a little bit inspired right now? Like, don't you want to know, Ray, shut up already and get to the 5 keys to becoming more creative? Well, let's do it. Key number 1, recreation. Playtime. Have fun. Think about the word recreation. What does it mean? Where does it come from? To have recreation is to recreate or to recreate. Oh, I never thought of that before. What does it mean to recreate? What are we recreating? We're recreating our original state of mind. Our original state of mind was childlike, curious. Weren't you super creative as a child? Didn't you just make up stories and play games where you were a cowboy, a space astronaut, a fireman, a beauty queen, the president? And that's just the ladies I'm talking about. Didn't you have those dreams? And didn't you have that pretend time where you created all these worlds just inside your mind? Your childlike creative spirit, your childlike curiosity that leads to that creativity. So recreate. This means, how do you do this? Literally, take time to play. Go for hikes, go for walks, go to the beach, go skiing, go bowling, read a book, watch a movie. Don't do anything for business. Have fun. Just play. And if you've forgotten how to play, then enjoy learning how to play again. So, key number 1, recreate or recreate. Key number 2, rest. And rest means, well, to rest. Don't work. Don't even work at playing. Sometimes we play hard. It's almost like work because we put so much effort into it. Rest is being still, sleeping, napping, re-energizing, recharging your batteries, and not thinking about work, not even thinking about being creative, just resting. There's a lot of documented science that shows that when we sleep, we have 2 kinds of deeper sleep. We have deep, slow wave sleep. The wave refers to your brain waves. That's called deep sleep. And then we have REM sleep, which is rapid eye movement sleep, which is when we dream. And the deep sleep always comes before the REM sleep. And the theory about why that is the deep sleep is our brain cataloging and storing all the things that have happened to us that day. And the REM sleep is us taking that stored information and integrating it into the web of associations we have from the rest of our lives. In other words, filing those memories in the appropriate places in the vast web of our interconnected memory structure in our brain, our memory palace, if you will. So why is this important? Because I believe this is where creativity comes from. First, you recreate your playful, curious, creative spirit, your childlike enthusiasm and curiosity. Then you rest, you sleep, you internalize and store those new memories, thoughts, and ideas, and you integrate them during your dream time into the web of knowledge you have from your whole life, into your own personal Encyclopedia Galactica. So you must rest. Key number 3, receive. Receive the wave of creativity that's going to come your way. I have a friend named Robin who calls this intellectual fallout. I just call it creative gifts. And what it means is, once you have stored the new information that you got while recreating, and you've integrated it into the vast web of your brain through REM sleep, suddenly, during the next day or the next few days, the next week, you begin having new ideas popping in your head. You just become super creative. We've all experienced this. What's happening? Your brain is taking those new reference points, cross-referencing them, and convergence happens and new ideas spring forth. But you have to put stuff in there to begin with, recreate, and then you have to store and organize it through rest. Then you are free to receive the benefits, the intellectual or creative fallout. Beautiful, beautiful. What's next? Key number 4, record your ideas. I don't know how many times this has happened to me. I've had a fantastic idea that's so amazing, so earth-shattering, so groundbreaking. I'll never forget this idea. I can't wait to get to the office and tell Sean about it. And I get to the office and I'm like, I had an idea, I don't remember what it was, and it's lost. The way to prevent this is write those stinkers down. And usually my best, most creative, most amazing ideas come in that place between sleeping and waking, that in-between state. It's called alpha wave state of consciousness, where you're most creative. And your brain is feeding you the new associations, new ideas, new creative insights that it got because of your recreation and your rest. Write them down, even if they seem crazy, like you think, I'll never do that, that'll never work, that has no practical value. Don't you listen to that inner voice of criticism. Don't you listen to that inner voice of unbelief. Write those ideas down. Have a journal, write them down, record them. And key number 5, once you've done all the previous things I've mentioned, respond to the promptings that your creative ideas give you. If you're prompted to try a new program in your business, a new marketing approach, try it. If you're prompted to draw a new picture for a new logo, do it. If you're prompted to start taking pictures by getting a camera or making videos by putting up a YouTube channel, and if you've never done that before, especially if you've never done it before, especially if you don't know how to do it, do it. Dive in, respond to the creative promptings that came to you from your creative spirit, and watch what happens to your life as not only your business, but your personal life, your relationships, your relationship with your spouse, with your children, with your friends. The sense of fulfillment you have springs into, it's like a garden springing up in the desert. Trust me on this, it works. If you don't believe me, I challenge you to try the 5 keys. And what are they? Let's review them very quickly. Recreation, number 1. Key number 1, recreation. Recreate your inner child. Number 2, rest. Like sleep, take naps, do nothing, daydream, rest. Key number 3, receive the bountiful wave of creativity that's going to flow your way. Receive the creative fallout that you're going to experience. Key number 4, record all these new ideas and thoughts you have, even the ones that seem crazy, especially the ones that seem crazy. They're the best ones. And key number 5, respond. Do something with it. What do you think? Does this help? I hope you'll try this experiment and actually report your results back in the comments below. And meanwhile, if you have thoughts about creativity, about what you've done to realize, respond, and accept that you are creative, if you want to share those stories, I'd love to hear them. And I would also be honored if you'd subscribe to this YouTube channel, click the bell icon. That way, when I make a new video, you'll get a notification so you don't miss it. And until we meet again in our next video, my prayer for you is that you would prosper with purpose, that you would receive the wisdom that brings you wealth, which is not just money, it's all things, and that peace would visit your house. See you next time. Go create something already.